Hello, this is The Witch in the Glen, and my name's Alice, and we are going to do an energy reading now. I just started this reading and had gone for a couple minutes, and my dog started whining, wanting to go outside to play with my other dog. And so I think I was in the middle of talking about how heavy the energy is. And you know what? Your pets feel this too. So this can feel like this pressure in the atmosphere, and you kind of might think about it as like barometric pressure. And you sort of like that, where it can affect your joints. It can make you feel more pressure in your body, and your joints are little pockets of fluid, and they vibrate with your body, and they can feel the vibrations of the electromagnetic field of the planet as it pulses with this really high pressure. It just goes up and down in its vibration. So this is sort of like when a cloud gets full enough that it starts to turn into a rain cloud. It develops and develops, and the molecules, the quantum field holding those molecules together, it gets slower and slower in its vibration as the water molecules accumulate. And as the water molecules accumulate in a lower vibrational state, they hang heavier and heavier into the clouds until they descend from liquid vapor state to liquid state, and down to liquid that is falling to the ground. So this is a way of talking about how the pressure has been heavy. And when we work with tarot cards, or when I work with tarot cards, it's an intuitive channeled message that is resonant with the vibrations of the energies that are coming in, and particularly the ones that I am channeling. This is a high vibrational reading, and sometimes they might come out kind of heavier than others. And so if it ever feels like you are being dragged into kind of a fear state, or if something is like making you worried and you have a bad feeling in your gut, that's not a message for you. Just know that that is not a message for you. And you can keep going with the reading and just kind of see which parts you resonate with, like which ones are interesting to you, which parts are sometimes funny, which parts, because spirit is pretty funny when source gets going, flowing, if it's not a super heavy message. So let's see if we can get out a higher vibrational message and just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Especially if something makes you feel like a profound amount of like hope or excitement. Those are the messages for you. And if you claim them, which just means kind of owning them in your mind and knowing that it's for you, you will start manifesting that type of energy. Okay, so the Chariot, that is the energy that's coming in, and the Two of Pentacles. So we have the Chariot and the Two of Pentacles. This is this big energy that's coming in. It's almost like sometimes the heavy energy can really feel like the atmosphere is just sort of pregnant almost. It's like you're feeling that it's about to have a state change. It's the pressure that transforms that cloud into liquid rain. It's like just before it transforms into a liquid, it's like the threshold of what am I trying to say? Just the threshold of when it it's like breaking a seal in order to go from a vapor or go from quantum particles and slowing down into a vapor, and etc. So light turns into lower density matter, and it kind of forms around hydrogen and oxygen because they form a shape that the universe wants to make. That's basically, it's like the universe has a bunch of puzzle holes, and it's just always putting the puzzle pieces into those into those holes. It enfolds and folds the magnetic field to create and manifest without any friction or 3D time-space effect, manifest exactly what the universe and the flow of the source is asking for. So when you create a space for your life, you're also doing the same thing as the universe does when you manifest. So the Chariot coming in, this is this huge energy coming in. So we're waiting. There must be something that's about to come in. A lot of times this is something, a big project or something is about to culminate, or it can also be more often it's something big that's coming in, something new. So either way, this is some big news coming in. And there we also see the Two of Pentacles, which means that you're sort of in this state of like, okay, I don't know. You're kind of in a comfortable state, but you're also juggling and you're trying to figure out which way to go. You're trying to figure out which of your resources, which of your pentacles represents the pathway that you should follow. It's a decision. And we have some rough water in the back. So it's like he doesn't want to dive in quite yet, because right now he is the owner of the infinite, which is the relationship between these two dual forces that he has access to. So yeah, that's the Two of Pentacles. We're seeing this energy coming in, and it is going to be on the heels of the lower vibrational energy. So if you can hang on, which you can, and you will, but if you can stay in the state of consciousness where you are hanging on, then you will get through the lower energy and manifest it and the higher energy will manifest around you. It naturally swings in the upward direction, and we have reached a point where there is no longer a limiting pull backwards in vibration, and every time we go up, we can never really come down from an average of that new height. We're always setting new and new records, just like athletes do. It's like, how do they get stronger? It's because the collective is manifesting higher and higher vibration with that skill. So look for big energy coming in. I am thinking that this has to do with like the big, sometimes when the energy is so heavy, it's also better to zoom way out as far as you can make it comfortable. So try and think and generalize it. So it's like, oh my God, I am having this, somebody must be about to break up with me, blah, 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 and kind of generalize. If you notice that fear that you're having, you can generalize it and say, oh my gosh, I'm being triggered into this by this situation or into this situation, which truly cannot hurt me. And I know that I've come through this before. So you can transform the energy into something that you can work with, rather than being so stuck in the weeds of your fears in the 3D as they manifest in the 3D world. So keep holding on to the seat of your pants as the Chariot rolls in, because you're going to have a front row seat to your own ascension here. You're going to be moving up, and you are going to, you're going to get there. So whatever has come before, it's no longer here. The past is not relevant. You are in a state of motion that can't go back. The Chariot charges forwards, and it inherently contains this balance needed to charge forward. So we see the balance here, and we see the balance of black and white there, which is also the balance that is creates the threshold, the seal between different states of the consciousness of our universe, our multiverse, the ultimate everything, and the ultimate nothing. So I'm going to end it here because it seems like this is our message. This is sort of a big message about having hope right now, and just feel into the energy where it feels like something big is about to happen, and do not fear in that energy. Notice that you're feeling that pressure, and transform it, transmute it into energy that you can carry forward into more of a hopeful landscape. And if you will just, if you just can hang on to your faith, your implicit knowing that everything is always getting better, then you will be able to see this chariot come in. And like I said, you will have the front row seat. So thank you for joining, and I hope that you resonated with this reading. And if not, just find another one, or find another reader if I kind of am weird to you. Because it's a different way of channeling. So I'm going to clear it, and I really appreciate you joining. Like my video, and claim it here. If it resonates with you, go ahead and claim it by liking. This is the timeless reading. So anytime that you find this reading, it is meant for you.